Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Tuesday's reading lesson. Now, our reading lessons for the week are going to be on our new book, Holes, which we managed to start yesterday in our one day back together. So we all read chapters 1, 2 and 3 yesterday, and they were quite short, so it's not much, but I want us to think back before I introduce today's activity to what we have found out so far, what we know about the story so far. So I'd like you to pause me. Remember anything you can about what happened in chapters 1 to 3. If you've got an adult next to you, you can tell them what happened. If not, you could write down on a piece of paper what happened and then come back and I'll do a little summary. Okay, so hopefully you thought of some of these things. So we found out all about Stanley and Camp Green Lake. So we learned that Camp Green Lake is a juvenile detention centre, so a place where young people who've committed crimes go. And it said in the story that Stanley got to choose between prison and Camp Green Lake, and he liked the sound of the camp better. But it turns out Camp Green Lake doesn't have any water. It's a big, massive, dried up lake in Texas, in America. And we discussed yesterday it gets very, very hot in Texas, in America. Camp Green Lake has scorpions, rattlesnakes, and very deadly yellow-spotted lizards. Now, we did some research on yellow-spotted lizards yesterday, and some of us found out that in real life, they probably wouldn't kill you. But in the book, they are very, very deadly. One bite will kill you slowly. And then we've learnt about our main character, Stanley Yelnats. Remember that his name spelt the same forwards and backwards, and a lot of his father and his grandfather and great-grandfather before him all had the same name. We know he's been arrested and he has been sent to Camp Green Lake. At the moment, those of us who haven't read the book before or seen the film don't know what he's done, but that's all we do know. So let's move to today's task. We've got a summarise task today, and so I want you to summarise through drawing what we have learnt about Camp Green Lake. So on the website, underneath this link, there is a PDF of the first 3 chapters. I want you to go back through chapter 1 only, underline the key pieces of information that give you a picture of what Camp Green Lake looks like, and then, using that information, draw a large picture of the scene at Camp Green Lake and label with quotes from the text. So take out sentences from that chapter 1 and add it to your diagram, your drawing. Now, I don't just want you to colour a piece of paper in sand colour and say they're in a desert in Texas, because there's a little bit more detail to it than that. So make sure you read the chapter first, you underline the information, and then you draw your scene and use some of those underlined quotes to label up your text. Try to do it really neatly and following only the information from the text. Don't make things up, because we're testing whether you can read a text and summarise that information. And today that summary, instead of through a written summary, is going to be through a drawing. So look forward to seeing how you get on with that. Remember to send through any work that you want to via email. Have a little bit of fun with it, and you've got those 3 chapters there if you want to read back all 3 as well afterwards. See you tomorrow.